Hi Libra, here's a general look at your solar chart for August 2012. And as the month kicks off, it feels very sociable, but also you're more likely to be mixing and mingling with friends, making new friends, or making new connections, or connecting up with old friends and old connections and contacts, just having more involvement with them, but also more involvement with group efforts, like a team effort in some way, maybe, or it could be a community effort, a collective. This is the area of the collective mind. So it could be a group of kindred spirits, in person or over the wires. So this is more likely. And also, what the thing is here is that this is a very progressive area, and you could be giving more attention to goals that you wish to achieve for a very long time, maybe, a deeply held wish or hope that you've wished to get on with for a long time. And this is an area where you can feel like the ball is rolling, particularly after the first week, which is when Mercury goes direct, because Mercury is retrograde in the first week. And technical type details, or things which are techno, are more likely to be highlighted over the time that the Sun is in this area of your chart. That's until the 22nd. So in general, a governing factor until the 22nd of August won't be so much as what you know, but who you know and how well you can collaborate together, team up together, achieve together, or what you can achieve through your association with them. A key feature is a sociable and generally friendly vibration, but professional collaborations, social get-togethers, teamwork, all of these types of relationships will tend to be more highlighted. And this is a very good vibration as well. I said techno things, anything to do with the internet, so networking, forums, blogs, just connecting, just really, really connecting up and furthering what you've aspired to, or maybe it's a group effort, getting together and moving towards a common goal, whatever that is, you following up on new stuff. You're likely to start thinking along new and different lines as well, so do try to stay flexible and not really sort of stuck in your ways, because this is an area where a different future or a different way of doing something, or different types of experiences are likely to sort of take you aback momentarily, but then you're thinking, okay, well, I can do this. And actually you can, Libra, because you're very good at taking a step back emotionally, or a step back from your life, and maybe seeing your life as a story which is just ongoing, like all of our lives are, really, like a novel. So be adaptable in your response. See things in a sort of an experimental light, or in a, okay, well, we'll see how this goes sort of a light. It might be like that. And like I say, Mercury is retrograde for the first week. That means that any kind of correspondence or negotiations or travel or communications equipment or vehicles, travel, transport. There may be glitches with vehicles, whether they're air, land, water ones, or communications equipment, or anything to do with negotiations or a conversation that you're having that may just hit a few snags. I don't know how it will be. It tends to just slow things down, and when it's going retrograde. But then from the second week onwards, your mental focus will be chiming in with where the Sun is focusing on furthering your aims, an aim being furthered. And this can be through useful contacts, or through friendships, or both, and different types of group involvement. Could be over the wires as well, as I say, or you connecting in with the knowledge that's out there, the info that's out there. So and you being very informed, and again beginning to think in a different kind of a way maybe, but also you yourself could be seen as the one who's got the interesting information. Discussions and ideas will tend to be progressive, though. There's a feeling of real moving forwards after the first week and future orientated, and as I say, you may be thinking along new and unusual lines. Useful and unusual information or unconventional experiences could be inspiring, even though on the face of it it might not seem that way, because sometimes these inspiring things don't seem inspiring at first, but hey, you might be one of the lucky ones and you're inspired right from the get-go. Due to the long transit of Venus, your ruling planet, places and faces at a distance may have appealed to you, been a lot more appealing, or travel may have been, where your heart is, or maybe there was a personal bond with somebody who is at a distance, or you're traveling with, or a professional relationship could be centered around travel or foreign culture, or an academic or advice-giving environment, because Venus here could have connected you up with an expert in their field. Could have been a woman, because Venus is very feminine energy, but if not a woman, then somebody that you just kind of clicked with, that you can feel as though you can do business together. So somebody who is that you can resonate with. So someone could have been the expert in their field, or maybe linked to a foreign culture as well, or have been at a distance, but definitely somebody there facilitating you, and you learning an awful lot along the way. Also turn that around, and you yourself maybe have been seen as the expert, the facilitator, the teacher, the advisor. In general, long distance relationships, travel, or publications, education, and just an area of academic, maybe intellectual interest may have been what was most appealing, what was most attractive, but also, as I said, a relationship, and any of those things could have benefited you materially as well. Then, from August the 8th, Venus moves from there and goes to the top of your solar chart, and it's been a long time coming, because not only was Mars in the sign before yours, generally lowering your vitality since last November, but also Venus couldn't get up to the top of your solar chart, because she's been in another sign anyway, Gemini, since last April. So here the two of them are coming, into more dynamic, proactive areas for you now, Libra. And Venus moves to the top of the chart, which means authority figures, or maybe for some of you parents or guardian type figures, will tend to see you in a better light. They tend to start liking you and thinking they want to help you. So you could find that you get an ally in a powerful position. Now this could be female, again, because of Venus being more feminine, or it's just somebody you click with and you think, okay, I can do this with this person. So somebody who that you can team up with, who actually is possibly invaluable to your success, but who definitely would facilitate your success. So that seems like good news to me. And of course, all of these planetary energies, we don't just sit there like vegetables and have it happen to us like a vegetable in a veggie plot with the sun and the rain and the hail and the snow and we've got to grab these energies and go with them. So make the most of this one, and somebody here could play a very supportive role in your success story, Libra. And even though there are awkward energies around for Librans at the moment, it doesn't mean to say you can't be successful. And then further down the line, when the awkward energies aren't there, you'll think this is a doddle. This is really easy. It's just that at the moment it's a bit like trudging up a hill with a backpack full of rocks on your back at times. But definitely this person can help you make the right impression, or this person can be pulling the strings somehow or other. And Now turn that around as well, and Venus here could also mean that you could be pulling the strings for somebody. You could be the one who takes a firm but friendly stand and gives somebody else just a boost up the ladder as well. So it can work both ways. Now luckily Jupiter will be expanding you into new intellectual areas or physical territories over the several months to come. Jupiter will stay in the area that Venus leaves on August the 8th. Jupiter will be there actually until next June. So your horizons are due to broaden, or if you think they've broadened enough, then they're going to be broadening in another kind of a way. Maybe it's mentally, or maybe it's not mentally, maybe it's physically, or maybe it's both, which would be good. But you tend to encounter situations or challenges or people or environments who are kind of different, kind of alien to you, but you learn a lot from it, because Jupiter is the learning through doing planet. So you learn a lot from it, and you will be really, doors will open, I think, in your mind. But there's more on that on my website. Now Mars went into your sign in the first week of July, and it's going to stay until the 24th of August. Haven't you noticed that things started to get busier in July? There was more need for you to take action. It was more need for you to be decisive. So your energy and your decisiveness tends to increase because the demand is there. So much of which was obscure or uncertain or just not ready because it was developing since last November, now come into sharp focus, begin to come into sharp focus. In fact, will have come into sharp focus, some of them. And you tend to say, okay, now I know where the target is. Now I know what the deal is. Now I know what the objective is. And whether I'm in the mood or not, I've just got to get up and do something about them. And Mars is about initiating things, so you will have to be more hands-on, perhaps more dynamic, and get on with what needs doing. Simple as that. Also, though, turn that around the other way, and it might just mean that people are being more initiative or proactive around you. You know, it's kind of all systems go. Anyway, however it is for you, Mars is quite a male energy, so it might be quite male dominated, but if it's not male dominated, then it'll be action orientated. But until late August, you can get a huge amount accomplished, and some of you, will get with the program or take up a new regime or whatever it is, because, you were kind of waiting on that, and now of course you will be able to. And also you're likely to get plunged, whether you get volunteered, whether you like it or not, into situations which just demand more leadership. What shall we do about this? Which way shall we go here? That'll be for you to tell them. It's quite a, it just stimulates and activates and stirs things up, Mars. Now, in the middle of the month, actually you've got Saturn in your sign, don't you, Libra? So in the middle of the month, Mars is going to be going over Saturn, so it'll be a little bit like Mars is just sprinting along, and then when it comes up to Saturn, it'll hit the gluey, sticky mud, and it'll kind of go into a bit of, and it'll feel heavier. So, and that's going to be right about 15th, 16th, 17th, maybe 18th, depending on where your sun is in Libra, something like that. You might just feel it on the one day or maybe a couple of days. So it's akin to having the brakes applied to your natural impulses. So you just got to be more patient. You've got to, put a bit more effort in. And because Mars is about your physical vitality, it just simply might mean that your physical vitality hits a bit of a glitch, you see. But just keep on moving towards what you want to move towards, and expect that's what it's going to be there, because you just got more of a bit of a burden on you there. So anyway, in general though, Mars in your sign will bring more hustle and bustle, as I said, and just put more demand on you, but also ask you to be more in the lead and more decisive So this is your opportunity to get on with whatever it is that you would like to achieve for yourself on all levels. One word of warning: Mars can be very hasty. When you get Mars in your sign, you can be a bit over the top. You can make snap decisions that you regret later. So if you possibly can, just sleep on something before you really decide which way you're gonna go. And from the 22nd, you could be beavering away more in the background, getting something ready. Perhaps you could be being more of the support to others there. Good news, though, for you arty or more spiritual Libra children, because it's a healing area. It's a very sort of private area where you should be more boundaried and be more protective of yourself, Libra. But you arty or spiritual Librans can definitely benefit, because the subconscious, the unconscious, is going to be nearer the surface, and dream life is likely to be more active. And it's a good time for healing. Mind you, it still will be quite busy from the group, the team sort of side of things, because of where Mercury's going to be. So maybe there's going to be a few of you in this background area here. Good time to listen to your intuition, or in fact to listen to somebody else giving you intuitive advice. And that's it for August. If you go to my website, if you're not there already, you'll see what the slower moving outer planets are doing. And also you might like to find the forecast for your moon sign or your rising sign if you know them, because then you get some more information, but you will have to sort of fit them in the puzzle for yourself to get an idea of what might be coming up over the month of August. And I wish you well, and I'll see you the next time.